Facebook already, even though YouTube is going. Still think that's super weird that it does that. They all launch at different times. It means I gotta wait before intro. All right, there we go. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dreamer. Welcome to Dreamer Plays No Name Game Show. I am here with my co-host, the Macarocious.
The
What's up, bro?
Macarocious.
How you doing
What's going
today?
on, brother? I am good in yourself.
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. We were just talking, man. Like, rest in peace to Chadwick. That's pretty
Chadwick,
freaking sad, man. It's sad. Definitely
Wakanda
wasn't
forever.
expecting that. Yeah, was not expecting that at all. That definitely came as a shock to the entire community. So, prayers to his family and all of his fans and everybody. You know?
Yeah, man. He played. He did a lot of black roles. Like if you really look back at his career, he was bigger than I think people really realize. Like Black Panther was, you know, epic. That was like the pinnacle. But he was Jackie. He was Thurgood. He played a lot of roles. He was a good representation of the black community. So we lost a real one right there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's just really sad. Really sad. You see a lot of people talking about him now, talking about how, Denzel paid for him, to go
Right.
abroad to go to school and stuff like that. And I remember hearing that story. And what it really was that Denzel, I think, had like a fund or something like that, and Chadwick happened to get paid, so Denzel
Right.
like paid in that way.
A lot of it be lotteries where it's like
Yeah,
if you're lucky enough to get it, you get it. You get the
yeah.
benefit.
And I mean, like, and then you see why things like that are important because like we got a phenomenal actor out of that.
For real,
We
right?
got a phenomenal actor out of that, and it's not something that you would normally expect. It's like, oh, whatever, man. I'll never get that. I would never be able to win that lottery. Most people would think that, but then
Right.
Chadwick won, and like he's the biggest thing since sliced bread. For a little
Right.
while.
That's why great things are meant to happen.
Yeah, man. Listen, you never know, man. The universe works in mysterious ways.
Mysterious ways, yeah, man.
The universe certainly works in mysterious ways. All right. Well, I'm trying to finesse the background right now as we talk, trying to get the gameplay to go down so that we can actually see the name of the show that we are producing here. There you go. We'll do that. And I don't mind seeing the Gotham thing at the bottom. That's fine. All right, guys. So, just finessing that like that. All right. So basically, today what we're going to be talking about is Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights is the upcoming release from Warner Brothers Montreal. It has four main characters: Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, and Red Hood. Now, it can either be played solo or two-player co-op. It's an open world action RPG that is not, I repeat, it is not connected to the Arkham storyline. The Arkham storyline is actually associated with the Suicide Squad game. So one of the things that I'm looking forward to in this game, besides the fact that it is two-player co-op, which would be great for what Mike and I do Monday through Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, is the fluid fight mechanics as well as the seamless co-op combos, which they kind of show off a little bit, like where they'll throw a character up in the
Throw them in
air
the
and then
air.
and
Yep.
then your teammate will come and knock them down. Like those combos look crazy. Kind of reminds me of like any of the old Capcom games, like where it's two players or
Right.
four players actually, because that's where you can really do it, right? Anyway, so what are your thoughts on the game, bro?
The game looks amazing. I hope it doesn't stray too far away from the Arkham games and style, because I think that's what kind of that's definitely the leading, game that created this genre of action style. But it looks amazing. The co-op looks amazing. I'm just wondering how they're gonna do the open world RPG. If you are playing co-op, like, is it still open world, or does it become now like you kind of have to follow someone has to follow someone else? You know what I mean? Or could you literally go off and do your own things? So that's what I'm interested in seeing.
Right.
But graphics wise, amazing. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm hyped. I don't know. I'm hyped because it's been a drought for games, and
It certainly has.
it's looking like the power is coming back to the gamers in terms of like certain developers, not all, but some companies actually care about the fan base. And it seems like DC, which went away from this a long time ago, is I think overall as a company is going back to like, hey, what do the fans want, right? You're getting the Snyder cut because the fans wanted that on
Yeah,
HBO
well,
Max. So
that's because the first one was so bad.
so bad, but it's showing you like, hey, look,
They
you know
paid
what?
attention, though.
This was horrible, and it was our idea.
Yeah,
So we're gonna,
yeah,
you guys want this, we're gonna give you that, and I think DC is doing it well, and like I think this is the path for their success.
yeah.
So
I totally agree. Totally agree. And I'm definitely looking forward to this game. Hopefully, it'll have some more online elements. I mean, that would be cool
right,
too if it definitely had an online. But just the
if you
fact
could do a
that,
4-player co-op, if you could do that, like a
yep,
4-player raid of some kind of,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
totally. But one thing that I did hear them say, which may just be, may just be the company trying to talk up the game, is that it's a living, breathing city. Which most of the time when they say stuff like that means that if you go and you defeat this group of bad guys or take down this boss on this end of the map, it's going to affect what's going
right.
on the opposite side. So if that's the case, that'll be dope. We have seen some what is it called? Some cars
Gameplay.
moving on the streets. So
Okay,
like
yeah,
so some like AI driving on the street. So like
right.
if we're able to interact with the AI a little bit more, that'd be awesome.
It kind of looks like the Spider-Man game actually,
Ah, good point.
like how that is. So that's what, yeah, it kind of looks like it has that because Arkham, they tried to do the whole open world. They did it to a decent point. Spider-Man took it to another level. So I think this is like we're giving you the Spider-Man with our Arkham style of storylines. Just it's not tied to it, but
Yeah,
it's that style of shooting like cinematic and stuff like that.
yeah. It's memorable.
Right.
It's like something that you were. Matter of fact, not memorable. It's familiar. There you go.
Right.
It's something
It's
familiar.
familiar. Right.
All right, cool. So as Mike brought up, there's definitely been a lack of games out there. So we kind of struggle with like, okay, what are we gonna be playing next? What
Yeah.
are we gonna be doing next? Like, what? So it's we kind of have like, I guess you can call it burnout. Would you say like game burnout for a specific game?
Game, right? Not streaming burnout because I enjoy doing this and making videos and stuff like that. But definitely of games, I feel like it's a saturation of games, but there's not a saturation of good quality games and games with longevity. Like Grounded is a great game, but it's still under construction.
Right.
So it's like, all right, like so it's giving me what it can, but now it's like, all right, what am I gonna do that I can repetitively play
Mm-hmm.
and feel rewarded and like know when I log in today, I'm gonna accomplish something and feel like I actually did something today. So that's what we've been trying to find. If you guys got any suggestions, email me macarochesgaming
Mm-hmm.
at gmail. But right now, yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot except for Marvel's Avengers, which the beta didn't go as great as I thought it would. But I'm hearing about a lot of fixes, especially on the PC side, which is where I'll be playing it. I'm hearing like the optimization is better. It will be improving, and I guess the character combat will be better. So those are the things
Okay.
that was lacking. So if
Wow.
those are better, that might be a good game.
Well, here on the to play devil's advocate, I did see some things that were concerning this week about it though, because I was
Uh-oh.
definitely like,
Right.
yo,
Yeah. We
Mike,
doing
if
the
it comes
research.
out, like I'm probably gonna get that too. We going, but
Right.
bro, I saw that there's a lot of in-game purchases, man. This is looking like it's
Yeah.
gonna be a pay-to-play kind of game. I saw there's a
Yeah.
lot of in-game like microtransactions.
But I think it's more cosmetic stuff, where it's like
Uh,
if you just want to change your appearance, and if it is just that, then I don't care because I don't care
yeah,
about
because I don't care
the
about the looks
appearances,
either.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
But that's what I'm hoping it just stays to that. If it's like XP boost $10. Like
Mm-hmm.
if once I start seeing that, no XP boost, no can't die for an hour. So, I don't know, like whatever, whatever they can put in the game, like for $5. Like nah, I don't want nothing like that.
So as long as it stays away from that, and as you said,
Right.
it's just cosmetic,
Cosmetics, yeah.
then I'm definitely interested in the game. I've definitely been looking at some other ones. I was also thinking that what would be a good combination between the types of games that you like to play, um, and I like first person shooters as well. It's just that
Right.
when it gets into the whole the battle royale aspect, for
Right.
me, I can only probably do that for like an hour. Then it's kind of like, all right, I done fell out the
Right.
sky so many times and ran around.
Right. Right.
I just can't keep doing this, and day after day, I don't know if that's something that I could do. However,
Right.
I was thinking, I was like, you know what? The last time I played the Division, I played it by myself. But maybe if I was playing it with you Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then it'd probably be a more fun game,
Right.
because I have somebody else. And then I always liked the Division. I definitely, when I finally got to play it for the first time, I went ham, bro. I probably played that shit for like 10 hours a day for like
Right.
the first, for like the first week and a half that I had it.
Right.
So it's definitely one of those games, and I think
Oh yeah, I almost
maybe
got
the
kicked out my
Division.
house for playing Division 2.
I
Because
think,
I was playing so many hours and she was like, like
mhm.
no,
Yeah,
you
man.
gotta turn it off.
I think the Division 2 could be the game that we could play
Oh
Monday,
yeah.
Wednesday, Friday, because again it merges the two. It's the first person shooter aspect with the whole storyline
And RPG
and the
aspects, yeah, right. Like
RPG.
yeah.
Yep, it kind of has everything. So I think that. But then I was also looking at a game called State of Decay. State of Decay is like a zombie survival game. That one's kind of cool. It's been out for a little bit. They're constantly making some updates to it. And that one,
Right.
of course, is also free with the Xbox Game Pass. But then, of course, there is Sea of Thieves. So those two were recommended to me by some people on from the Dream Team. So I definitely want us to take a look at those two, since both of those are free, and then check out Division 2. But State of Decay and then Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, I don't know if you know about that one. That's it's like a pirate game.
Pirate
And that
game. Yep.
one's
No,
MMO.
I definitely heard of both games. I just never looked into them
Mm-hmm.
to play seriously. But yeah, I definitely heard about both games.
Yep.
So I'll definitely look into them. I think Sea of Thieves was one of those games that I was following for a while, and I think when it first came out, maybe it wasn't as what I thought it was gonna be. You know
Right.
what I mean? And then I just kind of like, nah, nope, I'm not buying it.
Mm-hmm.
And but I do hear people. I know people play it. It has a fan base,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's definitely something.
Yep. Yeah, I totally agree. I hopped into it pretty late as well. But again, it was around the time when I had just started streaming and trying to find new games,
Right.
which, to bring that up, is uh something that I think all streamers might be struggling with a little bit. Not it a little bit now, but I think maybe in general, it's kind of like, how do you find that next game that you want to play? And then, I
Right.
mean, especially when people are charging for a lot of these games. Not every game is free, so that's why I guess
Right.
like things like the Xbox Game Pass, even things like Stadia, even though we were kind of like knocking it a little bit, things like that, will allow you as a streamer to be able to try different games and be able to like keep your audience entertained, especially if you're just paying subscription. But it's kind of
Right.
like, I don't know if there's any other way to really find new games. It's kind of a struggle sometimes, like I
No,
feel
it
I
is.
feel
It is.
bad at like starting games, because there's a couple times that I've started games with my audience and I've been playing it, and then like halfway through I'm like,
Nah,
I
I'm
don't
playing some,
even
and
I
then
don't
like,
even
wait,
feel like playing this
I thought
anymore,
you was
bro.
playing this.
I was like, I don't even feel like playing this anymore, man. And it's like, it's weird because you want to you want to play games that your audience is gonna love, and if they're loving it but you're not, it's like weird. It's a toss up. It's kind of like,
Right.
damn, I know you guys may or may not be interested in this. If you are, but I don't really want to play it. I'm falling asleep, kind of. I mean, shit. I don't know if you saw the video. I did a how you call it? I did a highlight. It was basically me laughing at myself because Cloudpunk is currently the highest watched video or highest viewed video on my YouTube page. So I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and finish this game for you guys. I finally started it again, bro. Like 45 minutes into it, I fell asleep while I was playing the game, dude. Like
Yeah, that's
literally
bad.
nodded off like that. And I,
Right.
I had to make a video laughing at myself about it. It's crazy. And now the video of me laughing at myself is the second viewed, the highest viewed
Right. The
video.
second highest review. Exactly. No, I know,
So
I know what you mean, man. It's definitely tough. That's why I think you got to stick to whatever you like to play.
yeah,
Like, it's you got to appease your audience, but I feel like the audience likes you,
yep,
and as long as they like you and you engage with them, they'll follow you anywhere.
yeah,
You know,
agreed.
like there's gonna be someone that's gonna say like, "No, I just want that game," but then I feel like, was that truly your fan, or was that just a fan of the
Just a
game?
fan of the game.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So they really weren't your fan. So it's like, all right, like no disrespect to them. Like, if that's what you want, like, go watch that game. But for me, I can't be sleeping during my streams, bro.
yeah, yeah. Yo, bro, I literally
So
stopped the game, right? I was like, yo, I just started laughing and I was like, wait a minute. So I was like,
right,
yo, okay, was that because I was tired or was that the
because the
game?
game is bad.
It was
Right,
like, yo, no. But I definitely had to stop the stream after. I was like, yo, because I still feel sleepy now. Like I can't even stream this right now. So
right.
yeah, we're not gonna play this right now. But yeah, so what kind of keeps you playing games? Like when you really get into a game, what is it that keeps your attention, that keeps you playing it?
Uh, for one, it's got to be rewarding. I got to feel like every time I log in and play it, that day, that hour, that however much time I accomplished something, and I was rewarded for what for what I did. And so I look for that. It has to be rewarding, and I guess it has to have some kind of like skill gap where you level. You know, you get better as the game goes on. So like maybe your aim gets better, your accuracy, your stability, whatever it is, like in the game.
Right.
I'm because I like that's why I like the shooters, because shooters naturally are RPGs, even in a game like Call of Duty, because
Hmm.
you get better
Yeah. You as a person, yeah.
as the player.
Yeah.
You learn the maps, you become more accurate. So it's like it's not so much of adjusting your character, where it's so much as adjusting your own skill gap, like raising your skill gap. So like that's why I like shooters, but that's what I look for, just to be rewarding and for something that I could constantly be improving in, whether it's my character in game or it's me, you know.
Agreed. Yeah. So, I mean, as streamers, that would definitely be for me, I could say, I'll just speak for myself and say for me, that is usually the biggest hurdle is to find a game that I not only like to stream, but stream long term. And I have yet to find that. Grounded so far has been the only game that I've found that I could have streamed for that long. I think on YouTube alone, because we multi-stream YouTube and Facebook, and used to
Right.
do a little bit of Twitch. I know Mike still does Twitch, but based on the fact that we would do 15 hours per week, and I think we did this for at least 3 weeks so far.
3 weeks,
You
yeah.
know, so what is that? 45 hours of
Right.
content of just grounded in three
Grounded. You're
weeks.
right.
You know what I mean? So if we could find another game like that, I think that would that'd be awesome. And I look forward to that journey. Maybe we can make that a thing. Like let's just try different
The next
games.
game, right? Yeah.
Yeah, let's just try different games every day and see what sticks, and then we'll just rock out.
Right. No, yeah, that's cool. Definitely do that.
All right. Well, that's all, guys. Quick episode this week for the No Name Game Show, but I just wanted to thank you all for checking us out. I am Dreamer, aka Dreamer Plays, and
I am the Macarocious, aka my Macarocious life.
awesome. All right, guys. Thank you for checking us out on the No Name Game Show. Love you guys.